Now moving forward, let's take next question of section A, that is question number 17. It says the locus of the midpoint of the line segment joining the focus of the parabola to a moving point of the parabola is another parabola. Then we have to find its directrix. Simple one, we can also plan it through geometry itself. Let's consider the coordinate axis, then a parabola, right? Now let's consider the focus here, join it with a moving point like this, correct? Now question is saying we need to find locus of midpoint. Clear? Midpoint meaning here this point will be moving like this. So here you will observe the midpoints like this. So we observe this parabola will be of this kind. Now what is the focus? The same point. What is the vertex? Midpoint of vertex and focus, that is a by 2 comma 0. And what is the directrix? Y-axis itself is the directrix. Clearly x equals 0 is the required equation of directrix. We can conclude directly from geometry. Option 2, if you want to solve it, let's take it as 80 square comma 280 and this point as a comma 0. Correct? Now midpoint, we have to find its locus. So alternative approach, you can say h is 80 square plus a upon 2 if I take the midpoint as h comma k, and k is 280 plus 0 upon 2. From here I can see that t is equal to k by a. Put this term in order to eliminate t. So this is 2h is equal to a multiplied with k square by a square plus a. Correct? 1a is cancelled. Take LCM, this gives you 2ah is equal to k square plus a square. Therefore, locus of hk is obtained as locus of h comma k is y square is equal to 2a x minus a by 2. So clearly from here we can see that if I compare it with standard form y square equals 4ax, then capital A is equal to small a by 2, and from here we can conclude the vertex as a by 2 comma 0 and directrix as obtained earlier x equals 0. I am sure this is clear. Let's take up the next one now. A man is walking on a straight line. The arithmetic mean of the reciprocals of the intercepts of this line on the coordinate axis is 1 by 4. 3 stones A, B and C are placed at the points 1, 1, 2, 2, 4, 4 respectively. Then which of these stones are on the path of the man? Let's try simple one from coordinate geometry part. Let's consider the coordinate axis and let's draw a line, simple. And since the question is talking about the intercepts, let the line be, or the path of the man, you can say, x by a plus y by b is equal to 1. Intercepts are small a and small b. Now the question is saying that arithmetic mean of reciprocals of intercepts is 1 by 4. That means the question is saying 2 by a plus 2 by b is equal to 1. If you compare this term with the considered equation, that is x by a plus y by b equals 1, you clearly see that the point 2 comma 2 lies on the line. From the given 3 points, that is 1, 1, 2, 2, 4, 4, point 2 comma 2 is lying on it, which is point B. So the correct answer is B only. A and C are not lying on this line. So correct answer is option number 2. I'm sure this question is clear. Let's take up the next one. The function fx equals 4x cube minus 3x squared divided by 6 minus 2 sin x plus 2x minus 1 multiplied with cos x. We have to talk about decreasing increasing nature in a given interval. Let's try this question. on taking derivative of the function, we find 12x square minus 6x upon 6. That means simply 2x square minus x. Next, minus 2 sin x was there, so the derivative is minus 2 cos x. Next, plus 2x minus 1 into cos x, the derivative is simply 2 cos x minus of 2x minus 1 multiplied with sin x. I am sure this is clear. Alright. Now here we can see that 2 cos x is cancelled. This is 2x minus 1. If I take common, x minus sin x is left inside the bracket. Now let's go for some intelligent work at this stage. We have to talk about increasing decreasing nature in the interval like half to infinity or minus infinity to half. So half is what given as some important term. If I look at x minus sin x, what I will be observing, let's try out. This is the line y equals x. The curve of y equals sin x, it will be drawn like this here and like this here. What I observe, x minus sin x is positive for the interval 0 to infinity, and x is more negative, so x minus sin x will be negative for minus infinity to 0. Clear on it? Because you observe that this line y equals x is more negative as compared to the sin x term. Now, if I look in the interval half, obviously this is going to play a crucial role about half. When x is greater than half, what is going to happen? This is positive and this is also positive. That means f dash x is greater than 0. Function is strictly increasing for this interval. So here, when you look at the given options, it is given that it is increasing in the interval half to infinity. So yes, this is the correct answer. When you look at the remaining ones, decreasing in half to infinity, obviously not. Decreasing in minus infinity to half, again it is not true, because when you look at different intervals, right, when you look at 0 to half, what is going to happen? 0 to half, this term is negative and this term is positive. Overall product is negative, it is decreasing. When you look at minus infinity to 0, both are negative. So it's again increasing. So minus infinity to 0 is again not following the same rule. So yes, from the given options, the correct answer is option number 4. So I'm sure this question is also clear. Let's take up the next one from section A, that is question number 20. Minus 15c1 plus 2 times 15c2 and so on till minus 15 times 15c15 plus 14c1 plus 14c3 and so on up to 14c11. Two different series are there. If you recall from binomial, 1 plus x to the power n, this is c0 plus c1x plus c2x square up to cn xn. c0 c1, that means I am saying nc0 nc1. If you take its derivative, what you find, n 1 plus x to the power n minus 1 is c1 plus 2c2x plus 3c3x square and so on plus n into cn xn minus 1. Now here when you substitute x is equal to minus 1, you find 0 is equal to c1 minus 2c2 plus 3c3 and so on. Right? Now, when you look at the requirement, this first portion is same and its value will become simply 0 when you take minus sign common. So this is 0. What we are left with, the remaining term is 14c1 plus 14c3 and so on. Also, we know that nc0 plus nc2 plus nc4 and so on is equal to nc1 plus nc3 and so on is equal to 2 raised to the power n minus 1. So, if you look at this term, this is actually 2 raised to the power 14 minus 1 term. Which term is missing? Here 14c13 is missing. Correct? So this result is actually, if I take entire thing as lambda, I can say lambda is equal to 0 plus 2 raised to the power 13 minus 14C13, or simply you can say 2 to the power 13 minus 14 is the required answer. Let's check out from the given options. 2 to the power 13 minus 14, it is given here as option number 4. So let's mark it as the correct answer. So question number 20 from section A. Let's move on to the next question now for section B.